And as we begin our ceremony today, I want to acknowledge that no matter where we are physically from coast to coast, we're meeting on Indigenous land that's been inhabited by Indigenous people since. As settlers, in particular, we're grateful for the opportunity to meet here, even if virtually. And we thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. The University of Guelph and the University of Guelph-Humber are located within the traditional and treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit. This treaty is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and the Dish with One Spoon Wampum. As settlers, we entered into an agreement to share this land equitably. As settlers, the recognition of the contributions and the historic importance of Indigenous peoples must also be clearly and overtly connected to our collective commitment to make the promise and the challenge of truth and reconciliation real in all of our communities. We recognize and deeply appreciate the historic connection of individuals to this particular place. We also recognize the contributions that Métis, Inuit, and other Indigenous peoples have made both in shaping and strengthening this community in particular, and our province and our country as a whole. Thank you.
As President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Guelph, I'm delighted to join all of you, virtually at least, for this special ceremony to confer an honorary degree on Suzanne Stewart. This event marks our third virtual honorary degree ceremony in what is now our new normal. Ideally, we would love to be celebrating with everyone and with you, Suzanne, in person. Although current circumstances will prevent us from being together physically, we remain united in Griffin spirit and in our sense of community. Thank you, Dr. Stewart, for having agreed to join us from your home in Innisfil. We are so pleased to know that your family are here with you and are able to share in this moment as we recognize your incredible contributions and achievements. I'd also like to acknowledge my colleague and dear friend, Dr. David Danto, Program Head of Psychology at the University of Guelph-Humber, who is joining us today from his home. I also welcome members of the broader University of Guelph community who are joining us virtually, members of the board, faculty, staff, alumni, and of course, and most specially, graduating students and their families. I'd like to take a few moments here to reflect on what it means to receive an honorary degree from the University of Guelph. In conferring these honors, the university seeks to recognize individuals whose accomplishments demonstrate a commitment to excellence and to the values that we uphold as an institution. Our honorary degree recipients come from various walks of life and experiences. Their achievements span the arts and sciences, business, public affairs, professions, voluntary service in the wider community, or service or long-standing or exceptional merit to the university. These individuals may be leaders and celebrities, as well as those whose outstanding contributions to society or their fields have not yet been widely recognized. Honorary degree recipients include people who have changed the world, and perhaps some part of it. They may have changed the way the rest of us look at the world, including our view of what is possible and how we understand our past. Or perhaps they have exposed us and demonstrated to us their perseverance, courage, and resolve in the face of challenges and obstacles. These individuals embody the qualities and values that will also stand this year's U of G's graduates in good stead. For the qualities of perseverance, courage, steadfastness, and ability to overcome obstacles will be needed as you prepare to enter what we all know will be a challenging and uncertain world. Our honorary degree recipients, whether they stand on their life journey, serve as an example, especially for our new graduates who are now about to embark on their own journeys. By showing us what's possible, these individuals remind our graduates that they are not alone, and they inspire them in the next steps of their lives. Together, our graduates, our honorary degree recipients, and all of us here at the university are part of something bigger than any one of us. We make a community bound by shared experience and values, and a collective University of Guelph commitment to improve life. Our graduates this year will take that shared experience and commitment into the world. And now, we welcome our honorary degree recipients to join our shared University of Guelph community. Today's event allows the University of Guelph to honor Dr. Suzanne Stewart for her significant contributions to the indigenization of psychology in Canada. As a researcher, educator, and mentor, she has been a tireless advocate for culturally safe approaches for Indigenous people seeking mental health care. Dr. Stewart has been co-leading with Indigenous community partners an urban Indigenous COVID-19 mass vaccination clinic at the University of Toronto, which is being delivered in culturally based and culturally safe ways. Since March 2020, she has been supporting 4 urban Indigenous community organizations in pivoting, developing, and evaluating critical health and mental health services during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Stewart, you reflect the University of Guelph's mandate, commitment, and mission to improve life. Your accomplishments and your legacy make you a fitting recipient of an honorary degree from the University of Guelph. I am now delighted to introduce Dr. David Danto to read the citation. And try not to tear up as he says all these wonderful things about you.
Madam Vice Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my honor to present to you the candidate Suzanne Stewart for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. One of the most recognized names in Indigenous psychology in Canada, Dr. Suzanne Stewart of Yellowknife Dene First Nation has helped numerous Indigenous clients, students, and cultural allies through her academic work and through her activism and advocacy. She is one of the few Indigenous or academic psychologists in Canada where she has been engaged in community-based research as the Canada Research Chair in Aboriginal Homelessness and Life Transition. Now, Director of the Waakabanis Bryce Institute for Indigenous Health at the Dalla Lana School of Public Health at the University of Toronto, Dr. Stewart served as Special Advisor on Aboriginal to the Dean of the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education at U of T and as Director of the Indigenous Education Network. She helped to establish the Master of Public Health program in Indigenous Health at the Dalla Lana School, the first of its kind in Canada. Among her leadership roles, she has chaired the Indigenous Peoples of the Canadian Psychological Association and created the annual Indigenizing Psychology and Public Health Symposium offered along with U of T and the University of Guelph-Humber. A powerful role model for all students in Indigenous health research, she has provided invaluable opportunities for Indigenous students to study in the field. I now ask you, Madam Vice Chancellor, to confer upon Dr. Suzanne Stewart the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Dr. Stewart has elected not to wear the honorary degree gown and hood. Instead, we are delighted to present her with a silk scarf featuring the art of Kinoyuak Ashevak. Presenting the scarf on behalf of the University of Guelph is Dr. Stewart's daughter, Danae Stewart.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I admit you to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations. Wonderful. Thank you very much. It's lovely to see you joined by family. Congratulations, Dr. Stewart. It is a great honor to welcome you into the University of Guelph's family of honorary doctorates. It's an incredible recognition of the wonderful work that you've been doing.
Thank you so much. This is a great honor. Merci Cho.
So now if I could invite you to deliver your remarks.
Well, I'd like to begin first of all by acknowledging and thanking all of the wonderful people at the Guelph-Humber University, for Dr. Danto and for everyone who's here today for taking up this nomination and really putting your money where your mouth is, so to speak, with the task of Indigenous reconciliation, which falls on the shoulders of all non-Indigenous people in Canada. I'd also like to acknowledge my parents, my mother, my father, my mother, a residential school survivor, as well as many of my younger siblings. And to feel like they had this horrific experience of school and that I'm here in this position being acknowledged and honored by the very same Canadian systems that perpetrated such violence on the people so close to me is really overwhelming, in a good way, because it shows that the systems are changing, and I feel very grateful to be an active part of the change process of the healing. And you know, I have a lot of healing to do around everything. And all of you here today who are part of this are part of my healing journey, who are helping me learn to be a better helper, a better academic, a better colleague, a better friend, a better parent, a better partner, a better person. Because that's what I have always believed everything is about, is working on my own healing and helping everyone around me that I can to go on their own healing journey. And this act of reconciliation on the part of the University of Guelph-Humber to bestow this great honor on me is part of all of your healing journey to acknowledge the harms that the systems of education and research have done, and to be part of healing that wound and helping to create that forgiveness within the system for what's gone on. So I'd like to say in my language, which I don't know a lot of, but Masicho, that means thank you very much, and Chimigwich in the language, the local language here, which I've had the privilege to learn through my children who've been openly accepted and loved and taken in by the Anishinaabe people here, as well as the Haudenosaunee. So Miigwech, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stewart, for those moving, inspiring, generous, and kind words. And thank you, Madam Vice Chancellor. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge your support, as well as the widespread support for the nomination of Dr. Stewart at the University of Guelph-Humber, and beyond our community. Dr. Stewart's ongoing work has improved the lives of many. And I hope that in this ceremony, and long after, those appreciative voices continue to resonate for you. Miigwech.
I just wanted to say how honored we are to have you as a friend, as a sister, and someone who came into the territory and knew exactly how to connect with people, and you did it in a very humble way. So I just wanted to blow this to you, for you, to the 4 directions. I won't be able to do the 4 directions, so I'll just blow it 4 times. Okay? So we honor you, Suzanne. Nutakiwasan. To all my relations, Danito, hi. Sa kwa odizo, sa niyo, espata has kitotanwa, kohase, jawise dodakwa, uskada na kohas, oida enahas. So I just said a short Thanksgiving of honor to you in the Cayuga language.
How would I describe Suzanne in one word? Fierce, 100%.
Tenacious.
Powerful.
Forthright.
A real change agent.
Bold.
Inspirational.
Innovator.
Suzanne has demonstrated exceptional work in educating and advocating for Indigenous health issues, especially in the next generation of healthcare providers, such as myself, in caring for the health and well-being of Indigenous people. Her passion is contagious, and I think every person that she does meet really carries forward a lot of the spirit of the work that she does.
Dr. Stewart has single-handedly been the biggest supporter of the profession and discipline of psychology while challenging us to know more and do better when it comes to Indigenous peoples, communities, and mental health.
Dr. Suzanne Stewart, you welcomed my 13-year-old daughter into our sharing circle and inspired in her the need to indigenize psychology.
Dr. Stewart's commitment to the well-being of Indigenous peoples is unparalleled. In clinical practice, education, mentorship, and research, she has demonstrated that she is a tremendous force of a human being who makes our ancestors proud and our youth inspired.
Suzanne, thank you for establishing Master of Public Health in Indigenous Health at the Dalalana School of Public Health, a great classroom and land-based teaching program, first of its kind in Canada.
I am honored to have worked with Suzanne over more than 20 years to transform our teaching and research at the University of Victoria and leading to the development of the Indigenous Communities Graduate Counseling Psychology Program.
Dr. Suzanne Stewart has been a leader and mentor in Indigenous health for many years.
As a role model, a mentor, and a big sister, Suzanne showed me that you can have a family and have close relationships with students and colleagues and make a big impact in the community, something that I aspire to.
My spirit name is Shooting Star Woman. I'm Bear Clan. I originally come from Batchewana Bay, Ontario. And I'm very honored to be sharing this song, the Strong Woman song, to my sister Suzanne. We've known you since you came to Toronto. We're very proud of all the work that you've been doing, and you just continue to amaze me. We love you, and we just hope that you can do so much more to help our people. We love it. Thank you. Miigwech Oniguahi Bamapi Watakiwasan.
Dr. Stewart, congratulations on this doctorate.
Congratulations, Susanna.
Felicitaciones.
Heartfelt congratulations to you, Suzanne.
Congratulations, Suzanne.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Suzanne.
Congratulations, Suzanne. This is very, very well deserved.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stewart, for joining us today, for those remarks which lead us to, of course, continue to reflect, continue to engage in institutional change in order to heal the wounds of the past and the present. So, and thank you very much to those who nominated Dr. Stewart. This is an important day for the University of Guelph-Humber and for the University of Guelph. So that concludes our event for today. I want to thank all of you, especially the graduates, our honorary degree recipient, the family members of our honorary degree recipient, and all of community who joined us today for this important milestone in your graduation and in the award of our honorary doctorate degree recipient, Dr. Suzanne Stewart. Thank you and good day.